Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another speed build. And oh my goodness. All right, so we're building with the new expansion, Enchanted by Nature. I did get early access, so thank you to EA for this early access. I'm so excited to share this one with you because it's of course my first build with this new expansion. And at the time of this going up, which is around the time that the expansion is going to come out, I think it's coming out the 17th. I could be wrong. And I don't exactly know when this is going up the channel, but I haven't done a voiceover in a couple of weeks now because, as a lot of you may know, I'm currently on maternity leave. So you're seeing a lot of pre-recorded videos at the moment, but I wanted to sneak this one in because I got my hands on this expansion. I was really excited to check out the build and buy. So this is a more timely, I'm not going to say real-time build because that'll lose to something else, but this is a more timely build. I actually did this quite recently, and you will likely see more and more pre-recorded videos in the next couple of weeks. But if I have anything new to share, I will do my best to get it out to you all because I'm a mom now, which is like really cool. I don't know. It's really, really odd to say. I'm not used to saying it yet, but me and my little nugget are doing very, very well. Childbirth, let me just say, it's no joke. And that is no joke. That was quite the trip. My entire experience was like a collective 3-ish days, and I was in the hospital for another 3-ish days, maybe after that. Like it was a long time that I was not home. And then all of a sudden I came home with a baby. It's so weird. They just send you home with a child. Like they're just like, yeah, so you had this kid. Go ahead, go home. Good luck. Take care of it. Like everything will be cool, right? And just let me say, babies they're nuts. And I mean that in the most complimentary, wonderful way because I don't know. They're fascinating little creatures. Anyway, I won't go on and on. I could gush about my baby all day long, but I'm really excited about this build. I am not really into this style of build, I guess you could say. Like the builded by objects, let me just say the windows are absolutely beautiful. They're probably some of my favorite items that came with this expansion pack. And let me also say that the only thing I've explored thus far is the build and buy. As you all know, I'm pretty much a builder, but I do a lot of gameplay as well. I'd say that occults probably aren't my favorite kind of Sims to play. Like fairies, I'm not too excited about fairies in general. Sorry, I'm gonna be Debbie Downer there. I'm not really excited about the fairy aspect, but I think it's really cool that they did bring them back to The Sims 4 because I know we had them in The Sims 3 and I think The Sims 2 as well. Maybe the original Sims? I don't even know. I can't remember, but we've had them in all the other iterations. I also know that at the time of me recording this, we recently got a base game update, which allows us to add plants to roofs, which is amazing. And of course, with this expansion, we got 2 different plants, I believe, that you can put on roofs. So that was really cool. I thought that was such a nice update to actually, bring to base game. And then it just really complemented this build. I had so much fun with this, even though it's not my style. I feel like I'm super out of practice because, like I said, I haven't done a voiceover in, well, gosh, how long has it been now? It's actually been like a really long time now because I did so much pre-recording in preparation for my maternity leave. I prepped like months in advance. I'm not kidding. But yeah, what was I trying to say? Yeah, I haven't done a voiceover in a long time. See, like this is really bad. I'm like really out of practice. Also, I don't know if my voice sounds different. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos when I was pregnant that your voice can change, which is like really weird. I felt like I was always out of breath, number one, because, giant baby squishing my lungs, but also due to the hormonal changes, your voice can change. And I believe mine did change. Like it was really raspy all the time. I feel like I have my voice back, and that's not metaphorical. That's like legitimate. I feel like I have my voice back. I don't know, it's really, really weird, but as you can see, we're working on the landscaping here, so I decided to just fill this lot with like a couple of random mossy ponds. It just felt very whimsical and fairy-like to me, And oh, that's another thing I realized actually about the fairies. Some of the townies that come with this expansion are the Summer Dream family from The Sims 2, which I thought was really fun, except how freaking dare they? So you have Oberon and Titania Summer Dream. In The Sims 2, I believe they had a son named Puck and a daughter named Bottom, and they have erased both of those Sims. They have a daughter named Mara now in The Sims 4, which I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know why they're messing with the lore. Then again, I haven't read the new lore. I think there's a lot that kind of comes with this expansion from what I've been seeing on the internet at, 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm feeding my child and browsing like Blue Sky and watching YouTube videos and trying to catch up on everything. That's when I do a lot of my like simming at this point. It's actually like 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so I thought that was actually really cool that they brought more Sims back from the other iterations of the game. I was really excited to see that. And from what I was seeing with some of the early gameplay footage, the fairies seem pretty fleshed out. I mean, you guys will have to let me know what you think if you played with them thus far, or well, I should say, because I understand this is early access, so that was kind of silly for me to say. But from the gameplay that you all have maybe watched thus far, some of the early gameplay, if you feel as though the fairies are a pretty balanced occult, because you know what I think about? I think about like aliens and plant sims, which I believe also got, or they are getting an update. Is it with base game or with this expansion? I can't remember. I think it's with base game. Plant Sims are getting an update, but like aliens and is it mermaids? The two occults that don't have the tier talent perk trees like werewolves and spellcasters and stuff like that. My point is I was really excited to see that the fairies had that perk tree because I think it makes them a much more well-rounded occult and does add a lot more gameplay if you go ahead and play with that occult in general. But as you can see, working on the interior, this is my first time looking at all the objects that came with the expansion too. I dove right into a build. I wanted to go in completely blind. I mainly watched gameplay stuff instead of builds or anything like that, which is, I would say, typically what I do. If I'm going to watch any early access content, it's typically gameplay because I really want to know more about the pack that's coming out gameplay wise instead of just talking about the objects. But I know that we have live houseplants now too. That's kind of fun. I added one to this build, but I believe since I used this CC object, which never stays in my builds, by the way. Oh, no, wait, I did place it on a slot. I was going to say, I didn't think I placed it on a slot on the fireplace because if that were the case, I don't think your Sims could access the houseplant, but I did. It's slotted, so it should be okay. It should be all right. I will say with this particular build, admittedly, I did not have a chance to playtest it at the time of me recording this voiceover. Hopefully I do before I get it on the gallery, but if not, I sincerely apologize. I am just rather preoccupied at the moment with my new baby and constantly feeding them and rocking them to sleep and spending a lot of time with them. Let me say tummy time is, it's not exactly fun for them. They don't like tummy time, but they absolutely love snuggles, and I can't complain because I also love snuggles. Anyway, these objects are beautiful. They're very, very whimsical, I think is a given, but all in all, I really like the objects. I don't know, I'm kind of like on the fence because it's not my style at all, so I thought I was really, really going to struggle with this interior because I was also imagining that these objects for fairies were going to be very, very colorful and vibrant and maybe more pastel-y, which we do have some pastel-y swatches. But we also have these darker swatches too, like these dark woods and everything. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I think these are probably my favorite swatches, like the darker tones. And I like a lot of the objects that have pops of yellow in them. I think they're really, really pretty. And like the textures are so beautiful. This is like, even though it is, I think, more niche than the build and buy with Horse Ranch, I would say that this build and buy is kind of like top tier. I'd put it alongside Horse Ranch just with the texture and the style of everything, even if like I said, even though it is pretty niche. Like Horse Ranch has a lot of flexibility, I think. Far more flexibility in what you can use those objects with. This, not so much, but you know what I could see it being great for is like a kid's room or a nursery and stuff, because I have to admit, first off, we got kitchen cabinets that match the counters. That never happens, but then we also got a single bed, a double bed, a bassinet, and a crib. So we actually have like all life stage beds, if you will, with this expansion too, which I think is really cool. But we're getting really close to the end of the build. This was a really quick one. I should have chose a longer build or done a bigger build to really like catch you all up on where I'm at. But just know that a lot of videos from here on out will likely still be pre-recorded for my maternity leave. But like this one, you might see some like more current builds pop up on the channel just with the new pack because I am really excited to have it. But I hope you all enjoyed this one. I genuinely cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.